Colleges and universities across the nation have had to change how they do things to accommodate the current state of our world. And the University of North Dakota, well, it's no exception. And joining us now, we have the president of the University of North Dakota, Andy Armacost. Good morning, President. Thanks for being with us today. How's it going up there?
Good morning, and things are going great. We've had a good 3-day weekend, and I think the students are eager to be back and continuing their hard work this semester.
Ready to hit the books. Now, UND has done a lot of work preparing for the fall semester. A lot of university have rather. And so could you outline some of the major policies and procedures that your university has adopted so that way students can still get the education they want?
So beginning in March, we began our earnest planning. So right around the middle of March, we had a pandemic working group that began meeting every day to go through the logistics of how we would successfully reopen the campus after we had abruptly gone to online purely last March. Consequently, as a result of this great work from this committee and many others on campus, I think we're well prepared to open when the students returned in the early part of August. But there were physical changes to our classrooms. We enforce distancing and have plexiglass shields to prevent the transmission of the virus. I shouldn't say prevent, but minimize the risk of the transmission of the virus. There you see dots on seats that indicate the places where our students should sit. And so all of these steps, the hygiene, the cleaning that we do on a nightly basis, and the cleaning that we expect our students to do really are central to this. A lot of messaging to our students, faculty, and staff about what it takes to be safe. The 4 biggies: the washing your hands frequently, wearing a face covering, keeping your distance from others, and then in addition, making sure that you avoid large groups. These are the tried and true principles. In addition, we spent a lot of time with the state of North Dakota to make sure that we had the testing resources in place to test a significant portion of our student, faculty, and staff population. And when we identify cases, to be able to isolate those who are positive, and then to identify the close contacts for the positives, and then put those people into quarantine. And that sounds harsh. Isolation and quarantine are tough words, but I think we're doing this to the best of our ability to make sure that the needs of those students, faculty, and staff members are taken care of, and that they don't lose a step in terms of their studies. So a lot of preparation has gone into this, and we're seeing that these methods of prevention and response are actually quite effective.
And so we're about 2 weeks in. How's it been going on campus so far? What grade would you be giving yourself on this?
Well, I won't give a grade, but I will say that we did see an uptick in the total number of cases immediately upon the return of students to campus. I think this is natural. They're coming from all over, and then the interactions that they have as they get back onto campus, the natural human interactions, I think, yield positive cases, probably on the par of what we would have expected. So we peaked at about 330 cases late last week, and currently, about 10 days ago. And then currently we're at about, I think, just under 75 cases. I think we're in the 60s now today. So these methods of knocking down the virus work, and this is why they're tried and true public health measures. And so I think we're doing a very good job responding. And then I think the students are responding nicely to the expectations that we've set to do those things to keep the campus safe.
And so I read about it, it feels like almost every other day. UND has been doing a lot of testing events that they're hosting. And so why is this something that you are all pushing for up there? And then how will these results of the testing inform policies and procedures going forward?
Right. So the identification of the virus is the most important thing you can do to knock it down. You have to know where it is if you're going to take any type of positive action. So testing was important. The state agreed. The state has been so generous in terms of their support to testing and to bring the testing capabilities both through the Department of Health and the National Guard onto the campus. And in terms of policies, one of the most important things we can do is when we find a positive, do the contact tracing and identify where the others who might be impacted are. That's That's an important piece because many of our subsequent positives actually come out of the group who have been quarantined because they're close contacts with others. So the data that we get informs our policies, informs our actions, and it's an important loop for us to keep learning as this virus and pandemic keeps rolling along.
And so we could talk about this for hours, really, probably even days with everything that's going on. But one last quick question here. I know it's pretty early, 2 weeks in, just had Labor Day, but how do you see the semester going forward?
So we'll, again, pay attention very closely to what the testing results tell us. But I think as we have planned the whole semester to be kind of a hybrid of on-campus and online learning experiences, I think that will continue through the end of the semester. I think that UND is known for its high-quality online delivery. So I know that the students who are doing this kind of blended approach will get certainly a high-quality educational experience. And those who choose to learn purely online, of course, will certainly participate in our tried and true high-quality online programs as well.
President Armacost with the University of North Dakota, thank you so much for joining us here this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So coming up here on today's show, switching gears, the casinos, they're open. So when are you getting down to Dakota Magic? They have some great offers coming up. You don't want to miss it. Stick around.